Welcome, welcome everyone. My name is V, and some of you guys may have known me or may not know me. I am a content creator, host, and streamer, and I am working with Femme Gaming today, and we're excited for our panelists, our lovely ladies over here. Give a round of applause for our panelists. We got Whitney, Mel, and Megan to join us today. So I'm excited to be hosting, and for you guys who don't know, Femme Gaming is a women-led organization focused on empowering women in the gaming space. And they are established in 2020 and have been creating space opportunities and awareness ever since. So we're really excited to be here to be part of this panel with you guys. Let's hear it for Femme Gaming. Woo! All right, so we're gonna get right into it. We are starting with our amazing panelists, starting up with Whitney. Whitney is also known as It's Whitney Chase on Instagram, or socials, I would say. And Whitney is a full-time streamer and content creator. Everyone give it up for Whitney. And we have here Mel, also known as It's Mel Me on socials. Mel works full-time in the OLG with the e-gaming division as a UI designer. Also a creator and streamer in her spare time. Okay, ladies? Let's start with Whitney. What made you start streaming and creating content? Oh.
Hello, okay.
There we go, we're back.
So it all started, I went to school for game development. I went to George Brown. I didn't finish the program just because I felt like I liked playing games more than I liked.
Oh, the mic keeps, I think so. One of the mic keeps falling out. Little intro. Let's make sure our mics are, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. My name is Whitney Chase. I'm a full-time Twitch streamer. I recently just left my full-time job to pursue this Twitch streaming dream. So yeah, now here we are.
I love that. Amazing. And also, Melanie, tell us a little bit of who you are and what you do.
So I work kind of like the opposite of you, where I was doing more full-time content creation and streaming. I've been doing that for 5 years. Transitioned to a lot of like UGC stuff. I also cosplay, and then now I'm working the corporate life in iGaming. So
I love that. Get a girl that can do both.
Yeah.
Amazing. And lastly, Megan, a little bit.
Both ends. So you know, I can be myself.
Where do you mainly stream on? What's your
I stream on Twitch.
Twitch. We love Twitch over here.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, and what is your favorite game actually? What is the main game that you stream?
I am currently streaming Where Winds Meet. I came from Valorant.
Okay,
but now
any Valorant fans? Where the wind meets? Okay, a few of you guys in chat, let's go. I love that. So, can you guys hear me now? Okay, there we go. What was leaving your full-time job like and to become a full-time streamer? Yeah.
What do I want to do? How do I make it happen? And kind of here we are. Like I quit my job in December. I've been doing it for about 4 months and never looked back since. So I'm so happy.
That's such goals, guys. Anyone here a streamer? Raise your hand if you're a streamer. Any streamers in chat? Any streamers? Okay, got a few of you guys. I love that, and that's actually very inspiring that you're able to leave your full-time job to make full-time streaming a thing, and I think that is a goal, especially for someone like me. I would love to. Right?
But I think what motivates me is my community in chat, right? Like I get up and I get to talk to my best friends. You know, that's kind of how I look at it, right? And they're enough to make it motivating for me to be consistent.
They keep you going. You all like huddle up together, and you guys are like all thinking of like what ideas you want to come up with.
There's a lot of that with people who aren't even designers, and then with the other designers itself, we're like always cheering each other on and pushing each other to just explore it and do creative things. So
I love that. I love that you have that flexibility. Very nice. What advice would you give, Mel?
So I didn't realize I wanted to go into like the gaming industry as a designer until like my last year of college.
Okay.
But at this point I was like already had a few years, a week long, others are like a weekend. And you like come together with a team. You can meet them online too. Like you don't need to actually know other people.
Oh wow, what was it called again?
Game jams. And
Game jams.
On the first day, they give you a challenge or a topic, and then you create a game within that time frame. And at the end, like all the teams come together and showcase the game they made. And I did a couple of those, and I put one of them in my portfolio. So I started like building that my portfolio to appeal to like gaming.
Yeah, very nice.
That's what I would recommend is like just exposing yourself to the process and it's
just
super
be involved.
Involved.
Find research, be involved, get into
your passion.
Exactly. I love that. Thank you so much, Mal. Can we give it up for Mal? Thank you so much for sharing that. And we've got the lovely Megan, also known as Samus. Miss Sam. We'll call you Miss Samus. How about that?
Sounds good.
I love that. So, Megan, what does your role at Toronto Game Expo involve?
It involves being able to look at a piece and see how to connect all of the parts. If that
Ooh,
makes
I like
sense.
that. I like that.
Everything has to flow in a connection because gaming is so many things. Gaming is connection, gaming is identity. So every piece that you see here somehow connects us. So the cosplayers are often gamers expressing themselves through art. Same as a lot of Artist Alley, obviously the gaming. Everything here makes us connected as one. And there's community in that. And putting community first, being able to think, if I was someone coming to this show, what do I want to see? Where is the value?
This is my first time here, by the way. I loved it. It was so spacious. It's very intimate, I would say. Very intimate in the sense that everyone is here. It's spacious. It's in this cool facility. You can see everything right here, right now, where we are at. So that is amazing. I love that, Megan. And last but not least, Megan, why are events like this so important to the gaming community?
Well, like you said, making us feel seen, showing that gaming isn't just a hobby. It's an identity. It's mental health. It's relaxation. It's community, both in person and at home.
All right, guys, these are amazing, amazing panelists. I want to do a quick little break here. Who wants a Femme Gaming t-shirt? Raise your hand if you do. First come, first serve right here, right now. Who's coming up? All right, come on over. First one, who's coming up? Right here. You're going to come right to the stage. And we've got lucky number, winner. We have two more to go as well, okay? So if you guys want more, we're going to be giving you into gaming in the first place. What got you guys into gaming? Anyone want to go?
I think it all started with Mario Party as a nostalgic
Yes, I
kind of
love
game.
Mario Party.
It was just a game where, you know, your friends and family just come over and kind of have a good time, and I think that feeling still stuck to this day with any game that is out there.
And would you say that was when you were younger?
Oh, yeah.
Child.
Yeah, child.
I love that. Anyone else? What drew you guys into gaming?
I grew up with two brothers, so I got introduced into gaming at a very young age. I remember, I have clear memories of like sitting behind my brother on his computer and just like watching him play the entire Assassin's Creed game.
Assassin's Creed,
yeah,
I love
so
that.
It was like, and I would bug them. I was like, can I use your computer? Can I use your computer? I want to play. So,
It's so important to be able to listen to people in every field. And so supporting other women, I think being able to hear and listen, maybe you can collab, maybe you don't. Just for all of us.
Everybody has enough seats at the table. That's what I always say. Everyone has enough seats at the table. All right, so just keep doing you. Amazing. So I have a next question for you guys. What does real support between women in gaming actually look like? And how can we all be better at showing up for each other? How does real support in women gaming look like? What would that look like to you if you were to support other women in this space? Anyone? I think Megan.
Well, I think obviously if there's any kind of issues, don't engage.
And for anyone as well, if you want to support your creators, For women especially, you know, we're not really seen as much in this space, especially in the gaming space. You know, we're kind of looked down a little bit sometimes, especially when it comes to like competitive gaming. I feel like, you know, we have a rapport of, you know, being seen as not just as hard as the men, period, if not more than the men. I don't want to say that, but I'm saying that, yeah, we equally work as hard. And I think that is really, really important to remember. Yes, exactly. Ladies, I think that, I have one more question for you guys. What's a moment in gaming that really stuck with you or changed how you see yourself? What's a moment in gaming, or it could be
saying like, oh, I wish I was a girl, or it'd be so much easier.
I
And what
hate
like
those.
bugs me about it was this, like I would stay up till sometimes 4 or 5 a.m. filming content, editing content. I was like religiously online, networking, promoting my stuff, streaming, like for 30 hours a week. Like it was crazy.
put in work.
And so it made me realize it's like no matter how hard you work, there's gonna be people that have that kind of mentality. And so before it used to really tear me down.
Remember, haters are just confused admirers. Haters are just confused admirers, okay? And if you don't have a hater, then shoot, you may not be doing something right. So that's what I always say. So,
More connected to gaming now because of cosplay. I'll see characters through gaming and I'm like, I love their look. Could I build that? Could I buy that? Could I buy part of it and make part of it? And it's very interesting to see all these different characters. Like this is probably my fifth Save Us. And I've done a lot of Princess Peach. I've done a lot of different gaming characters because I'll see them and I'm like, okay, I love that. Now I'm going to try the game. And so that happened. I wanted to cosplay this character, for instance,
play the game at the same time. I love that.
We all played together on some retro games and had some fun. So that's a fun gaming connection.
I love that. And it was the first time that I met you. I've known Melanie before. This is the first time I'm meeting Whitney. And honestly, I am just amazed by what each and every one of you guys do in this space. And I just want to say that I'm proud of you girls. I'm proud of you, and I'm just happy to be here and grateful to be here, sharing and hearing your experiences and stories. And with that being said, if you guys would like to continue conversations and stories, we'll be at the Femme Gaming booth at C3. Feel free to come in, take photos with the ladies, ask some questions. If you're a streamer and you have questions about cosplaying or streaming, feel free to come up. Raise your hand if you want a t-shirt. Come on over. Okay, come on over. I've got 3 more over here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Okay. Who are you supposed to be? Spider-Man 20. Okay. There you go. There you go. Thank you so much. Did you want to try? Yes, absolutely. There you go. I love your outfit. We got 1 more. There you go. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for coming. We will be at the booth at Femme Gaming C3, and we hope to see you guys soon, okay? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.